Okay, so we have been talking a lot about Native Americans and different tribes, right? We talked about the 3 tribes from our area. Does anybody remember any names? So, Dominic?
Ojibwe.
Ojibwe, nice. Dior? Potawatomi, awesome. Lauren? Chloe? No? Isabella, do you remember the last one? Odawa, thank you. So when we are talking about those tribes, we have a different word for them that we haven't learned yet. They have, if they put all of them together, they have a different name. And so we're going to learn about that name today. And that word is called Anishinaabe. It's a little bit of a doozy. We're going to have to keep practicing it a lot. Anishinaabe. Okay, so remember we talked about over a week at least. I know Sally asked for her mom's number the other day.
Yeah, we kind of get a hold of it.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Of course. Okay, so the Anishinaabe tribe. Remember how we talked about the Odawa, the Potawatomi, and the Ojibwe were peaceful tribes. So they liked trading together, they liked working together. So the Anishinaabe word is what we use when we talk about those tribes coming together as a group, okay? So we're going to learn a little bit more about Native American history and art. Who is that? We're in the middle of a lesson. Can you please just come in and leave the door cracked a little bit? We remember when we started off this year, we talked about Frida Kahlo and her self-portraits, and we made some of our own. For our next portion, art and in history and social studies, we're going to learn about Native American art. The month of November is Native American Heritage Month, like October was Hispanic Heritage Month. And so what I have here is this really cool print for us that I'm going to hang in the class where we had our Frida Kahlo picture. This print is really cool for 2 reasons. One, it's a really great example of the art we're going to talk about. And 2, this picture right here tells a story. We're going to learn that story right now, okay? So, oh great, the pictures aren't coming. Okay, we'll go on anyways, we'll be okay. So, we're going to learn about the 7 sacred grandfathers' teachings and how that plays a part in indigenous history and beliefs. We talked about the cultures, we talked about traditions. This is a big part of that, okay? So we're going to learn about all of the different parts on this page. So there are 7 sacred teachings, 7 different beliefs that the tribes had about things that they should do and should not do. Okay, so the 7 things we're going to learn about today. The first one is the word humility. Humility means to be humble. That means to know that, maybe we're not the best yet, but we can keep trying. Nobody is amazing. We all just keep practicing and getting better and better at things, right? And so the symbol for humility that they have is the wolf, which is here. I have better pictures. I'll try to get this to work. Humility is depicted as the wolf because the wolf lives in a pack. He lives in a group. The wolf knows, like a lot of us, that we couldn't do it on our own, that we need help, that the only way to go through life and be successful is to have others to help you with it, okay? Humility is to know that you are a sacred part of creation, everyone is, and to live life selflessly and not selfishly. What do we think that means? To be selfless instead of selfish. Julius?
I mean, you don't share.
Being selfish means you don't share. Definitely. Lauren?
You don't be nice.
You do not be nice when you are being selfish. Christian?
Selfless is
yourself without being selfish while still being selfless. But yes, when we are being humble, when we are being selfless, we are making sure that we are sharing, that we are kind, that we are helpful, that we play a part in this whole thing as well. Do not feel arrogant or self-important. So that's saying, don't go around boasting and bragging like I'm the best. I'm so good at math, nobody could ever be better than me. That's the opposite of what they're talking about. So, finding balance within yourself and other living things. That is our first sacred teaching, is humility. Oh, Dior, what's up? Yeah, exactly, bragging. We should not do that, okay? So the wolf reminds us, it's not what we want to do. These pictures are really good if I can get them to come up. The second sacred teaching is bravery. Bravery in our picture here is represented by the bear. Who's our bear? The mother bear has the courage and strength to face her fears and challenges while still protecting her young. The bear also shows us how to live a balanced life with rest, survival, and play. So bears especially, right? Who knows what bears do in the wintertime? What do bears do? Mari? They hibernate. So the bear knows that it's important to be brave and be strong, but also to take care of themselves and to get rest and to play. Finding your inner strength to face the difficulties of life and the courage to be yourself. Sometimes it takes courage just to wake up and show up in the morning and be you. I think you're all wonderful, but you maybe don't feel super wonderful when you wake up in the morning. But coming to school and doing your best, that shows courage, just like the bear. When you face your fears and allow yourself to live your life, making positive choices. So that's our second sacred teaching, is bravery like the bear. Let's go back and look at it's not going to show us humility. Honesty is our third sacred teaching. And honesty is represented by a raven. Now the raven they have in this picture is different than the one in mine, because this raven kind of looks like a person, but our raven here looks like a bird. Raven accepts himself and knows how to use this gift of honesty with kindness. He does not use it to seek power, He does not use it to seek power, speed, or beauty of others. He uses what he has been given to survive and thrive. So, recognizing and accepting who you are, accept and use the gifts that you have been given, and do not seek to deceive yourself or others. So the honesty that they're talking about here is not necessarily to be like, I saw Chloe do something weird and I'm going to tell the teacher because I'm being honest about it. Yeah, it's more about like being honest and understanding who you are as a person, right? If I could wake up tomorrow and say, you know what, today I'm going to learn Spanish, and I'm going to learn it all, and I'm going to know the whole language perfectly. I'm not being honest with myself. That's not possible, right? So in this way we talk about honesty, we're talking about really understanding like what we can do, what we can't do, what we may need help with, and then knowing that it's okay to ask for those things. So our fourth sacred teaching, keep moving, we will have plenty of time to chat about this, is wisdom. And the image for this one, for wisdom, is a beaver. The beaver, you can see in our picture here. Again, at the end of this, I will make all these big so you guys can see. Not sure why they're not doing it now. The beaver represents wisdom because he uses his natural gift wisely and for survival. What sort of natural gifts do you think they're talking about with the beaver? Christian?
The beaver mouth could use it to break law.
Yes, very good. The beaver has a strange mouth. It has really big teeth in the front, and they use that to break down logs. And what do they do with those logs?
They use it to make nests.
Yeah, very good. They use it to make dams, and they use it to make nests where they live and where they put their babies to be safe. So they are wise. They know they have these teeth and they know that they have been given them for a reason, and they know how to use them. To cherish knowledge is to know wisdom. So using your inherent gifts wisely and live your life by them. So, can anybody think of a gift that they have personally? So I can think of, I think you all have gifts. Can you think of any of your own, Dior? You are beautiful. Absolutely, that's a gift. Bryson? You got a weird finger? Oh, sure. Okay. Grayson, what's your gift? Your strength? I think you're also very funny. I think humor is a gift, for sure.
I am.
Isabella? Your chihuahuas are your strength? Okay. Your gift? Dominic? I think you're very hardworking. I think that's a gift. Yeah. Chloe? Your hair? Absolutely. Your hair makes me happy. I also think your personality is a gift. You're very funny too. Malachi?
Me too for project.
Yeah, Malachi, you're so smart. So smart. Laron? Your family. I like that one. Your family, everybody that has a family, your family is a gift. They're there, as long as they're kind and good to you, yeah. Your friends will come and go, but your family's always going to be there. Bryson? Say it much louder. Yeah, the people that's there for you. That's a gift to all of us. London? You are brave. You're super brave. Okay. Truth. Oh, I'm sorry. Julius, did you want to share real quick? What's your gift? Very good. Very good. Okay. The fifth sacred teaching, so we're flying through these, there's only 7, is the turtle. Here's our little turtle. During the creation of Earth, the turtle was here. So the creation story, we talked about our timeline of life. This is a different creation story that the Anishinaabe tribes, that the indigenous people to this area believed. And they believed that the world was created and carried on the back of a turtle. The teachings of life were located on his back. And the turtle lived life in a slow and meticulous way. That means he didn't move very fast, and everything he did had a purpose or intention to it, London. Please sit down and leave your beads alone. Showing the importance of both the journey and the destination. So they talk about the journey and the destination. What that means is the things that you learn along the way. It's not just what at the end of the year, right? So Christian, at the end of 3rd grade, you're gonna go, I know so much, but did you learn it all that day? No, it's a little bit each day, right? So that's what they're talking about with the journey. Being sincere in all you say and do. That means being careful with your mouth. Saying things that are only good and kind. Sincere means like truthful. We only say things to each other that are truthful, that are not hurtful. That's a rule we have in our classroom, right? We shouldn't be saying things to each other that are mean. Think about the turtle. Understanding the way that you walk and that your place in life by staying true to yourself and all others. Okay, next, our 6th sacred teaching, respect. And one of our pictures came through, woohoo! So for respect, we have the buffalo. Here's our buffalo. Did you know where we live right now, there used to be buffalo?
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Wild wings. Buffalo.
Not buffalo wings. Buffalo, the animal. So the 6th sacred teaching, buffaloes, take that off your hide please, represent respect. Respect is given by the buffalo. The buffalo gives every part of his being to sustain the human way of living. Not because he is of value, but because he respects the balance and needs of others. To honor all creation is to have respect. This is what we talk about when we go outside and we get upset when you kill bugs. Every part of creation has a role, has a job to do. And we show our respect to those things by treating them right. If a spider freaks you out in the garden, leave it alone. Walk away. Right?
Run away.
By killing those things, you're showing a lack of respect to the world around you. That's why it bothers us. It's not cool.
Like Charlie killed that spider.
I know. We know Charlie killed that spider. We're still feeling feelings about it. Another thing I want to point out though, they're saying that the buffalo shows respect. It gives every part of itself to sustain human life. When the native tribes here hunted buffalo, they would use every part of the buffalo that they could. And we talked about this before, remember? What did they cover their houses with?
Animals.
Laron?
Animal fluff.
Animal fluff, aka Isabella?
Animal skin.
Animal skin. Yeah, so they're catching the buffalo, Ramaya. They're eating it, obviously. They're using the skin for their shelters, for their clothing, for their shoes, for their blankets for bedtime. They're using the bones for different things. So they had so much respect for this animal that they're not like, I only like to eat buffalo legs. Thanks, you guys can have the rest. No, they're taking something's life and they're using every single part of it because they have that much respect. All right, let's see, the seventh sacred teaching, love. And this one we have our eagle right in the middle. The eagle represents love because he has the strength to carry all of the teachings. Do you remember the big eagle that lived on the building? And it was big and strong? That's what they're talking about.
It's over here.
Yeah. The eagle has the ability to fly highest and closest to the Creator, and also has the sight to see all the ways of being from great distances. The eagle's teaching of love can be found in the core of all teachings. Mari. Therefore, an eagle feather is considered the highest honor and a sacred gift. Chloe?
Can eagles eat birds?
Yeah, eagles eat other birds for sure. Dior? What? What does love mean? You can. Yeah. It's something that you fall into. Yeah. Yeah, it means you feel comfortable. It means you feel happy. You feel accepted and nice. But this doesn't have to be just like romantic love, right? It's family. We love each other in this classroom, right? So all of those are, it's all just as important. Okay. Here's what I want us to do. Let's see, my picture will come up this way. Okay. We are going to take a pause and move our bodies. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to watch the Jingle Dance video again.
Yes.
Then we are going to try to learn some Jingle Dance moves. And then we'll watch one more that has a nice explanation about the moves themselves and why they do them. And then, no Charlie today. And then from there, we are going
That hurt my ear.
to look at some of the art that we didn't get to see, and then we're going to work on our group, our like small group projects. Dior?
I'm gonna watch the flamenco.
No, not today. Because the flamenco, remember, can you craft a teeny bit? The flamenco, remember, is about Spanish dancing. And we were talking about Native Americans. Yes?
Did all of those animals was in the timeline?
maybe not exactly represented in the timeline, but they're the animals that maybe came before them. I mean, the animals that came before them were definitely on the timeline. Yes.
What do you subscribe? Is
Right.
the dinosaur more older than the dinosaur?
Yes. Way older. What?
What happens when all those animals stay long?
Sorry.
What
Say that-
happens when all those animals stay long?
He's talking about the different time.
What happens when all these animals?
I don't
They
think the bird
haven't yet. You don't have to worry about that yet.
I don't think the bird will be in it because it could fly.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna turn our sounds off so you can see this one. Feel free to move your bodies around a little bit. If we get crazy though, you gotta sit back down. Oh, good. I loved it. Mine? Okay. All right, I'm gonna put on another one where it's going to teach us some moves.
Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Right.
Oh no.
Yes, stand up and spread out a little bit. Do not come closer than this yellow line.
That is the Kobe.
No, I thought you said the little pass.
Now, the moves is going to show you how to do are not big moves, so don't worry. You don't need to be like, Mari, please wake up. Stand up with everybody.
Meet Maria Luisa. She's a jingle dress dancer. Jingle dress dancing is so cool. Do you want to try it? Then, come dance with me.
Okay.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Janae, and I'm hanging out with my friend, Maria Luisa. And Maria Luisa is a jingle dress dancer. Maria Luisa is doing a traditional side step. I love the regalia. Does it have a certain name, or is it called the regalia?
It's also known as a jingle dress and the healing dress.
The healing dress and the jingle dress. The healing dress, why do they call it the healing dress?
There's actually a story behind it. A long time ago in northern Ontario, in a community called Whitefish Bay, there was a girl named Maggie White, and she was very, very ill. But one night, her grandfather had a dream about a beautiful dress with silver cones on it. And he knew he had to make that dress. So when he was done making it, he gave it to his granddaughter. She put it on, and she danced with it, and she began to heal.
Wow, and the cones that you talked about, that's right here. Those make the jingles, right?
Yeah, so they're actually called the jingles.
That's so cool. And I saw that you were doing a lot of footwork. Does that have a special meaning? Is there a story behind it?
Well, you have to keep your feet on the ground because it keeps you connected to Mother Earth.
Okay, so you hear that? You have to keep your feet on the
I
ground.
would really love to learn
They
a
keep
little
you
bit
connected
of the
to
jingle
Mother
dance.
Earth.
Do you think that you could teach us?
So let's see what she's gonna
All
teach
right,
us
Maria
now.
Luisa, what's the first thing that we need to know?
Nope, so no jumping.
Put your feet together.
Okay, we're gonna put our feet together.
Feet together.
Okay?
Put your heels up.
Your heels go up.
and then we'll start doing the side step.
Wow! Look at that! We're single dress dancing!
Be together.
All right, come on, that way.
And here are her hands.
You guys did so good! Thanks for
Let's try to do it the other way.
Oh, that was cool.
Okay.
Like a piece of nut.
How did you do it?
Let's see who wants to try.
Quick howl. For the word.
How?
Okay.
How about
Let me put on our first music. One we had. Okay, got rid of that. And then you guys can try to move. Ready? I know, it's fun. So your arm should not be doing that. Sure. Brianna, are you alright? Come here. Alright, here's your music. Go ahead and try it. You're not hopping, remember? So our feet are together. Pick up your heels. And do like a... I think I forgot how to do it.
You can try.
There you go. Chloe's got it.
And you get in the tippy toe.
Little tiny baby steps then. From side to side. And when you go into our under, right? Go there together.
I'm doing this.
Cool. I know, look how many people are there. Wow, you got it. Corian's gonna jingle dance the pain away. Look at him go. Okay. Alright, let's find our way to our seats. No, your perimeter spot. This. I want to hear exactly what it is as soon as everybody gets back to their spots and being respectful. Right? Because that's what we're all about. So Julius, what happened? Your spot's here. Where are you? Lauren, scooch over a little. Dior, scooch over a little to make room, and then tell us what you learned.
Now,
Yeah.
the tap dance is what a tradition.
It's, love it. It's a tradition, right?
Yeah, because I was reading it.
Good job. Do you remember what that means, that it's a tradition?
A tradition is, it's a lot of people have different things, different traditions, and some people don't have the same tradition.
Yeah, your traditions are different based on, Christian Price, are based on your culture and your family, right?
Yes.
We talked, and your ancestors, right? We talked about Thanksgiving coming up and how everyone, sit down,
It's probably gonna be turkey.
has kind of different traditions for Thanksgiving, right? I forgot one, my husband reminded me the other day. He likes to end Thanksgiving night watching a Christmas movie to sort of like get excited for the Christmas season. So that's a tradition. Yes, that is a tradition that we have, okay? You guys, no one can see you on this right now, so please stop doing moves. Okay. Yeah, I love that, Dior. Awesome job. Awesome job. All right, I'm going to pull up some pictures real quick so we can see, because this part is going to be important for the next step of this. We are going to look at pictures, because we notice in this picture, does this look, if you open up a book about animals and the pictures looked like they do on this, would you be a little bit confused?
Yes.
Maybe a little bit. Did they look like, Do they look like we know animals look like? No, they're kind of, you can tell what animal it is, but it doesn't look like an exact recreation.
Exact color.
Exactly, they're using different colors.
They make them to use colors.
So this, when we are doing the part of this project that we're probably going to start today, but we'll work on a little bit over time, you're going to be thinking a lot about the colors that they're using and the representations that they're choosing for their animals, okay? Dior, what's your question?
I remember when we was on the respect thing, and I saw that that same symbol inside the body.
You did?
Yes.
That's awesome. I'm glad you caught that. Good job. Okay,
Like it was like that on the TV.
yeah, we're going to look through all of these. Let me pull them all up. And I'm going to ask you questions about them, so
Pay attention.
turn our minds on. Okay, so looking at these pictures, let me make them bigger. Now, we have, here is an eagle.
Of love.
This is the eagle. Oh, that's a great point. Christian says it doesn't look like an eagle to him. And there's a couple reasons for that. One, we just talked about like the pictures that they use to represent their animals, the colors that they use. They're not necessarily the same pictures and colors that we're used to using when we're talking about animal pictures, right? Another part of that is the eagle that we're used to seeing looks a little bit more like this one with the white head. So a bald eagle. But there are many different types of eagles. So the eagle, let me see if I can find it. The eagle represented what? Does anybody remember? I'd be really surprised if you did. Dior?
Love.
Love, good job. The eagle represents love. Awesome.
I know what all of them is.
Okay, well, we're going to find out. Then we have the buffalo. Here's our buffalo. This buffalo looks not like a buffalo I have seen before. Yeah, it's got some things going on. There's something inside of it. Let's keep. Let me call on you when you raise your hands. So we said a two-headed wolf, a cat in it. Yeah, again, this doesn't look like a buffalo I've ever seen before. Does anyone remember what the buffalo symbolizes? Julius?
It got horns.
It does have horns often. Yes, Ramaya?
Respect.
You guys. Awesome. Yes, good job. So far, Dior and Ramaya, killing it. Okay, the buffalo is a symbol of respect. Here is our turtle. Now we talked about the turtle carrying things on its shell in terms of their creation story. So,
What was it again?
we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out, Chloe.
I think. No.
Think about what the turtle, this is the way I'm remembering this one. Turtle starts with t. What one of our words?
Truth.
Julius?
Truth.
Truth. So close. Truth. That's how I remember the turtle. Turtle, truth. Good. Excellent. Oh, you guys are making me so happy. Next we have, now this is certainly not like a beaver I have ever seen. I've only seen a beaver one time, and it was at the zoo, and I could not believe how big and yellow its front teeth were. But I guess if your beaver mom and dad are not reminding you to brush your teeth, it's gonna happen. Okay, who can remember? And this one, I
can't brush his teeth.
it was a joke, Chloe. Dominic, do you remember what the beaver represents?
Wisdom.
Oh my gosh, you guys. I didn't expect anybody to remember that one. Good job.
What was it?
Wisdom. We're going to put them all on the board in a minute. So the beaver was wisdom. Now we have a very tiny raven. Laron, do you remember what the raven represents? Come get it. Come get a high five. Even though I got a cold. Joke's on you guys. Honesty. It's okay. Honesty, very good. Now we have our bear. And this is what I'm talking about for the most part when we're talking about the pictures and how we're going to make ours. I have absolutely never seen a bear that looks like this. This is like Electric Boogaloo bear.
That's an alien bear.
A little bit, yeah.
That's an alien.
But we're noticing, right, the important decisions they're making in their art with these colors.
They did a technique bear.
A technique bear? Who can remember what bear symbolizes? This is getting a little harder as we go on. It's okay. Grayson? Let me give you a clue. We talked about the bear, the mom bear. Oh, okay, go ahead, try.
The mom is very brave.
Get up here. Good job. And then, our last but not least, and we're gonna put it on the board, is the wolf. The wolf we had.
Okay, now look at the wolf.
Not really. He looks,
We can see his organs.
yeah, he looks like he's not doing great. Isabella? Close. Isabella said self-respect. She's close. She's close, Bryson. No, London. Let's time, Mari. Let's, oh, you guys are so close. You're so close to it. It starts with an H. Christian?
I know.
Kari? Dior?
Helpful.
No. London? It's a Kendrick Lamar song. If that maybe helps. It starts with an H. Sort of.
Oh, I got it.
Julius?
It's Howie.
No. Christian? No. Humility. And that's okay. That's one we really have not ever talked about before. So yes, humility is what,
What is that?
and all of those things that you guys were just saying about being selfless and helping
And
and love, those were all
brave.
parts of humility. So you guys got the concept, we just couldn't remember the word.
It's true.
All right, so the next part of this, I'm going to put I'm going to put these on the board so we can remember what they mean. And you guys are going to break up into groups and you're going to work on your own little mini poster for this, okay? Okay.